like a plastic bag drifting through the wind, wanting to start again.
Do you ever feel so paper thin, like a house of cards, one blow from caving in?
Do you ever feel already buried deep, 6 feet under screams that no one seems to hear a thing? Do you know that there's still a chance for you, 'cause there's a spark in you? You just gotta ignite the light and let it shine. Just on the night, like the 1st of July. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show them what you're worth. Make them go, oh, 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 as you shoot across the sky. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make them go, oh, oh, oh. You're gonna leave them falling down, down, down.
You don't have to feel like a waste of space. You're original, you cannot be replaced.
If you only knew what the future holds, after a hurricane comes a rainbow.
Maybe your reasons why all the doors are closed,
So you could open one that leads you to the perfect road. Like a lightning bolt, your heart will blow, and when it's time you'll know. You just gotta ignite the light and let it shine. Just on the night, like the 1st of July. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show them what you're worth. Make them go, oh, 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 as you shoot across the sky. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make them go, oh, oh, oh. You're gonna leave them falling down, down, down.
boom, 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 even brighter than the moon. It's always been inside of you. It's time to now to let it through. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show them what you're worth. Make them go, oh, 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 as you shoot across the sky. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Go, oh, 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 you're gonna leave them falling down, down, down. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show them what you're worth. Make them go, oh, 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 as you shoot across the sky. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Make them go, oh, oh, oh. You're gonna leave them falling down, down, down. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Announcement later, watch the way you move across the stage to give the CSL news. Namaste, hey, namaste, hey, namaste, hey, namaste. God
Good morning. May the 4th be with you. I am not a Star Wars geek, but I would be remiss if I did not do that. So good morning. Good morning to everyone online. Thank you for being here through the marathon street closure madness. Appreciate seeing all your beautiful faces on this sunny May day. My name is Tanis Burnett, and welcome to the Centre for Spiritual Living Toronto. I'm also known as the announcement lady. So let's get to it. It is the first Sunday of the month, so it is birthday and anniversary Sunday. Has everybody who is celebrating a birthday or an anniversary this month filled out a ballot for our draw? Yes, no, maybe so? Yes, all right. Shall we do it now? All right, let's do it now. We don't have a birthday or anniversary. Yes, it's our.
I was still in
That
April.
was last week was our anniversary, but that's okay. It's our daughter's birthday tomorrow. I tried to. Pardon? Well, I was going to, but I was told no. Susan, do you want to come draw? For those of you who are unfamiliar with this, on the first Sunday of every month, we do a drawing, and the name and registered charity, a portion of today's gathering of offering goes to, the Centre for Spiritual Living Toronto. Thank you, Patricia Clark. When is it your birthday this month? Oh, lovely. What day? 21st. Birthday. Wow. 21. That's a special age, Patricia. Yeah. Let us know how that is for you. Okay. All right, let's sing.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Leopold. Happy birthday to Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary.
Woo. Awesome. Stay with us after service because we're going to have some food and stuff to nosh on afterwards. So stick around, fill your bellies. The women's group will be meeting here at the Centre tomorrow night, Monday, May 5th from 7 to 9 p.m. Our next upcoming class will be the 4 agreements. Stay tuned for the start date on that. Not quite firm on it yet. More information will be coming. And please note that as of next weekend, this is a public service announcement, May 11th, next weekend, the intersection of Leslie and Queen will be closed for construction. There is a link on the CSL website with transit information and maps, just so that you can be aware in case you have to. The TTC tracks are being laid here, so it's going to be a little bit of mayhem for a little bit of time, but everything is being rerouted, but it'll be perfect and beautiful and full of grace, and then when it's all done, it'll be awesome. But until then, perhaps check our website. Yes? May 28th, from the magic of the internet. May 28th is when the class will be starting, and Reverend Jonathan Zenz is teaching that. Pardon? And yes. Now, pardon? 28th is a Wednesday. Awesome. Now, to my right, I have a couple of baskets full of goodies. As most of you know, Jonathan and Lena and Reverend James from the Global Truth Center are going down to Guatemala, to Casa Guatemala, which is an orphanage. And they are going down to be of service to the kids and the orphanage there. And Jonathan is going to take some goodies for the kids. And we, on our thank you, community chalkboard down the hallway, there's a list of what you can contribute. And we already have some fabulous stuff. We've got pens, we've got glue, we've got Tootsie Rolls. We have craft pack for the kids. What other goodies are? Ooh, scissors, erasers. My favorite thing in the whole wide world, colored pencils. I still have mine from when I was young. So yeah, magical things, creative things, just stuff that will just lift them and cheer them and give them. Oh, and a whiteboard. So anything along that line, we are accepting to take down. So again, you can check the chalkboard in the front, and let's fill these up, and Jonathan and Lena can, yes? That's a very good question. The very young to teenagers. So children, yeah. So perhaps it does make a difference. It's a very good question. Go online. I would say I would have that answer, but I don't. So Jonathan, perhaps we will find that answer out. There's a list in the bookstore with all of that information if any of you want to grab it. Right, financial contributions are always accepted as well. So that is all, except for our practitioners who are here for you today. We have Margaret Ann, yes, or are you just here as a, she's never just here. No, she is never just here. We are never just here. We are here, and we are fabulous. And Margaret Ann is here, and Helen is here, and Mary Ellen is here. Know that these women will know the truth of any lumpy moment, any confusing moment, any part of your existence that's not feeling quite right now. Have a moment with them after service. They're here for you on Sundays to know the truth of any situation. They're fantastic. Now, I'm going to turn the floor over to Helen Valleau, who is standing in for Rev. Jonathan today, who we are thinking of as he's with his mom. So, my soul sister, the fabulous, the talented Helen Valleau.
Good morning. Good morning. It's spring. The sun is shining. Finally. Yay. And Tana, may the 4th be with you. No. And it was also suggested that I dress in green today as Yoda. But no, I don't wear green. I may have a few accessories as green, but I really don't wear green. I usually wear my uniform of black or blue. You'll do it for me? You're okay. Mary Ellen's wearing. Here to create extraordinary lives, to live lives fully, and what else? Celebrate the truth of who we are, that we are divine, creative, loving beings with incredible possibilities for our lives. And so, on that note, I'm actually going to turn the floor over to our practitioner for the day, Mary Ellen Cassie. I always say Casey, and you know what? I even said to Tony, no, there aren't 2 S's, but there are 2 S's. So, Mary Ellen Cassie. I'm going to turn the floor over to Mary Ellen Cassie, who has some words of wisdom for us this morning. So, thank you. Come on up.
Thank you. Heaven knows where this goes, but heaven says to hear today. And I listen. I listen. So, good morning to each and every one of you, and all of those online, and all of those that are in the universe with us in spirit, as spirit. So, we get invited up here to give you a quote, and a short quote. It is. You remember my last visit. It is short. But I want to say thank you and welcome to all of you, and if there's any newcomers, then you're here at the right place at the right time. That's what I know. So my quote today is, when we strive, and Jonathan is much taller than I am because he didn't shrink this down. I can tell my height. When we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. I'm going to repeat that. I see people nodding. When we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. This is from The Alchemist, Paulo Coelho. And so we use a quote and then we ask ourselves, how do we embody this? Or what does this mean for us? So for me, I answer this question. I began studying science of mind. And there was a saying by Ernest Holmes that attracted me to go deeper. And that is, a trained mind was better than an untrained mind. And all the practitioners know this one. One can ponder that quote as well and say, what the heck does that mean? So for me, it began an adventure. Life is an adventure, but it was an adventure of questioning. And not only just questioning, but then unlearning. And then not only unlearning, I'm uncovering. Well, really unveiling. Unveiling who I am. Not who someone wants me to be. I played that game for a long time. So I unraveled myself with a capital S, anybody that took that class, from the past stories. And now I live life fully, alive. And I am so grateful to be here in the now with all of you. I practice being intentional. Do no harm. That was hard for me. Do no harm. Just 3 simple words. It's harder to do the work than say a phrase. So when I am disturbed, my dear friend Hilton, I turn to prayer. I turn to prayer. I become still. And I let my mind be in prayer. I stay in the truth, with a capital T is the truth I use, of who I am. And I am here to love, and we are all here to love one another. And I wish we were singing that Beatles song or something like that, but I can't say this comes to me, I write it out, and then here I show up. So my affirmation, because we have a very short timeline, I want laughter, because God is laughter. God is alive and well in every thought I have. So my affirmation today is this. I am what I think all day long. That is something that has kept me, you know, you just said the railroad tracks or the streetcar tracks are being disturbed. This keeps me on track. When I stand in my power and the truth and saying, I am what I think all day long. No more, no less. So I invite you to join me. And I'm going to invite you to join me and then become the practice, even for today. Remembering this thought and how are we reacting in the world. I am what I think all day long. Again, I didn't hear the crowd. I am what I think all day long. And one more for the presence and the power and the source.
I am
What I think all day long. Namaste.
On page 4 of your songbooks, we're going to do Blessing to the World.
I am the heart, I of spirit on earth, and who I am, and all I do is a blessing to the world. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world.
Right here and right now, in this very present moment, I know that I am. I am God. There is one life. That life is God's life. That life is my life. I celebrate my union, my communion with the divine, with the source, with the presence that is always here, operating in and through and showing up as me. I am an individualized expression of beauty, of harmony, of peace and joy on earth, of the calmness in any situation. I am the truth, the way, and the light. I accept and I allow this presence, this source, this purity, this love of nature to fill me up, permeate every cell of my being, every thought that I think I might have. I surrender and I allow what needs to be said to come forth. I am the love, I am the light, and I am the way. I am a way shower. We are all way showers. Standing, sitting, running, walking, whatever we choose. It is with the most open and grateful heart that I celebrate the joy, the peace, the calm, the harmony, the wholeness, yes, the wholeness that is in each and every one of us. I embrace this. I nurture this wholeness. I settle in. And I say yes. The universe always says yes, and I respond willingly, openly, declaring I am yes for the universe. I release these words to the law, knowing it is complete, it is done, it is acted upon. I let it go, and I let it be so, and together we say, and so it is.
Here we go.
We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and who we are, and all we do is a blessing to the world, to the world, to the world.
Thank you. Can I borrow your affirmation and your cloak for a second? Oh, thank you, Mary Ellen. There is something really interesting about practitioners that there, you know, because there's a whole group of practitioners, as Jonathan said last week, that are going to be unleashed into the congregation. And we had this conversation on Tuesday night in the practitioner class about what does a practitioner do? What we do is we pray for one specific purpose, and that is to demonstrate. To demonstrate. So, how interesting that, you know, we get kind of plugged into this one mind. Your quote, which I'm going to piggyback on because it is so similar to a quote I'm starting off with in a few minutes, but also that we tap into this one mind, and it is glorious. And from that place, anything can happen. And so as practitioners, come to us if you want to demonstrate a parking spot. We'll treat for that. If you want to demonstrate a new home, we'll treat for that. If you want to whatever it is that you want to demonstrate in your life. And your prayer, your treatment this morning, thank you. It was beautiful. It kind of set me on fire now. So I'm set up for this morning. So thank you for that. And thank you for bringing your consciousness here. And wow, wait until all the other practitioners get unleashed into your world, because they are as incredible as Mary Ellen and Margaret Ann. And me, and me, and Jonathan, because he is a practitioner first as well. And so now I'm going to turn it over to our incredible band, the Queen Street Band, with Pierre Gautreau and the Queen Street Band. And sit back, relax, and have a listen.
Good morning. This is my latest original. It was baked this morning. It's called Love Song.
Sing a love song. The world can sing along. I want to sing a love song. The world can sing along. I love you. I do. It's true. If everybody sang a love song, if everybody sang a love song, what could it do? It would wash away the hate, let in a little faith, and maybe shift the fearful point of view. Sing a love song. The world
can sing along. I love you. I do. It's
We are one blessed congregation. Whew. Thank you. That rocked. That totally rocked. Thank you. Oh. Okay. So, Mary Ellen's quote this morning was, "When we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too." My quote this morning is, "The measure of life is not its duration, but its donation." There you go. Thank you. Woohoo, we're married. We're done. That's it. We're together for life. I don't know what my husband's going to say about that, but he'll get over it, yeah. Oh. So I wanted to talk about how we look at measuring our life. And there has been so much transition and change in this center. People are going through their own personal transitions. They have family members who are transitioning. There is change happening all over. The center is changing and growing. And it's, when we look back from where we were to where we are, and we start to measure our life. And how are you going to measure your life? Is it by what has been demonstrated, the effects, right? All the things out here? Or are you going to measure your life by how you showed up in life? By who you stepped into being? How did you bring yourself in peace, in joy, with compassion, with love, with understanding, open-mindedness? What's really, really going to matter when you look back and you start to look at those markers from one stage of life to the next? And I was invited to a conference, or it was a celebration actually. It was the 10th anniversary of One Free World International. And this took place about 4 weeks ago on a Sunday. And it was a celebration of a man, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about his story. But the interesting thing was, I was sitting in this enormous Christian church. Beautiful, beautiful space with the most incredible space for the band you've ever seen, with a boom camera, and I think they had teleprompters too, and I would really like to have a teleprompter. That would be really nice. We could be like Joel Osteen, because he's so smooth, and I know he's just reading that teleprompter there. And it held 1,000 people. It had this incredible bookstore. It had the most beautiful children's space. It was phenomenal. And here I am sitting in a Christian church, and I'm thinking, wow, have I ever changed? 10 years ago, you wouldn't have gotten me through those doors, because that was just like, I don't go to church. I don't go to anything religious. And I sat there thinking, I've really become open-minded, which is a good thing, and that is from being here. It has opened my mind and my heart to embracing all religions, all faiths, and wherever it takes place, that's okay by me. And it was so interesting to see this variety of people as well, and they're all into it. And the band played for about half an hour before anything started. So by the end, we're just kind of all rocked out with this music, totally in an altered state. I went, oh, that's how they do it. You guys need to play for at least half an hour to 45 minutes, and people are just so blitzed out, they'll donate anything. We too will have a really big space. It's all through music. And what was so interesting, though, is it was to celebrate a man who created an organization for the religious rights and freedoms of everyone in the world. And his name is Reverend Majid al-Sharif. And he is a human rights advocate. And he grew up in Egypt, in Cairo, where our Sonia is. And he was a Muslim. And a friend of his at the age of 18, gave him a Bible. And he came from a very wealthy family. He read the Bible and converted to Christianity. And that doesn't happen very often over there. And what he did was he started to advocate for the rights of religious freedom in Egypt, in Cairo. And his family turned him in, and he was jailed. And he was tortured, and he was sentenced to death. And what he did after being in jail in Cairo for 2 years is he escaped and fled to Israel. And Israel took him in. So he spent 2 years in a camp in Israel. They didn't really know what to do with him. He finally got immigration papers to Canada. In the camp where he was in Israel, he actually befriended a dog, so the dog had to come with him to Canada. I was like, bless you. And he came to Canada. He didn't have any money, and he started this foundation. And he travels all over the world advocating for the right to choose whatever religion you choose for yourself. And I just want you to think about it for a second, because imagine that someone said to us, you cannot be a religious scientist. You cannot go to a New Thought church or be involved in New Thought teachings. What? No. That wouldn't happen to us here. And it gave me great pause to understand the freedom that we have in this country and how incredibly blessed we are with the right to choose. And which just opened my heart even more to really allowing people the right to choose what is right for them. And I think one of the things I've come to understand in these teachings is that all paths to God are the right way. It's the right path, however you get there. And to not judge. Ernest Holmes says, if I can find my quote here, I'm going through a lot of pages. I have really big writing on the pages so I can read it. Ernest Holmes says, everyone must learn to trust himself, and so far as possible to give full rein to all the creative power he has. At the same time, we must all live together as members of one family. But unity does not mean uniformity. We can live together in harmony and with cooperation without infringing on the rights of others. This is the real meaning of democracy and personal freedom. So to embody and to embrace what each person chooses for themselves, knowing that that's their path, and to be really grateful for the incredible choice that we have in our own lives and we have that free will choice. And, it's really interesting because at this gathering and celebration for Rev Majid, there was the Minister of Immigration for Canada. There were ministers and priests and reverends of all faiths from all across Canada. The Minister of Immigration was the most incredible man with such heart and soul and commitment to supporting refugees coming to Canada. And the House of Commons actually signed a bill that supports the rights of religious freedom for all people in the world, which is pretty great for Canada to do. And I think that, for ourselves, in really stepping into knowing the truth that every single one of us, despite what our religious choices are, is all a divine expression of God. It's all God expressing anyways. And to remember to come back to that and to see that divinity in each and every one of us. It was also incredibly moving because Rev Majid's wife is an immigration lawyer here in Canada. And she had brought several of the families up on stage that she had brought to Canada whose children were tortured and beaten for choosing Christianity, whose parents had their livelihoods taken away and couldn't work in their countries. They were from Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iraq. And so and be so grateful for the rights that we have here and for welcoming them into Canada and to be free from. I had no idea that this goes on. Like I didn't really know how many people are persecuted for choosing something different than what their culture or country tells them is the right way. And so, for each one of us to step into that place of gratitude for our freedoms and to really start to take a look at how do we bring ourselves to our own life and how are we of service to others? How are we going to make a difference in the lives of others? I mean, Rev Majid he's making an incredible difference, and he's doing it on a really big scale. And it was quite remarkable to see in what he's accomplished in 10 years. Each one of us, though, has the power to make a difference in our own lives and in someone else's life. And it's being really conscious and really present to how are you going to do that? How are you going to show up? How are you going to walk the journey? And so, for me, it's when I mark from how I used to be so closed and narrow-minded to how far I've come in my open-mindedness and my open-heartedness on a religious scale. For me, I was really proud of myself because I could see that within me had been incredible growth and an incredible embodiment of the understanding that we are all one. That we are all one. And that, yes, we all have these incredible individual lives that can flourish and grow, and we make these choices. And yet, there's only one mind. There is only one mind. We come from this one source. It's within each one of us. And to honor and respect the choices that people make, because so often I'll own it, I can go into judgment. I can go into judgment that, no, that's not the right way. New thought's the right way. Or this is the right way. And it's like every way is the right way. And can we let go and trust and have the faith that every person is on their journey and where they are is absolutely perfect for them? Do you think you can do that? Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. And then you get to be a light worker in the world because you get to open your own heart and mind to each and every person that you meet. I spent this last week attending hot docs. And I didn't just say hot dogs. I was at my naturopath's on Wednesday, and I said, I've been seeing hot docs. And he goes, you've been eating hot dogs all week? I said, no, hot docs. Documentaries is the festival of the documentaries. And I went to a number of them throughout the week. And it was remarkable how the diversity of the films, and also how passionate each and every filmmaker was to have their say, to get their word out there of what they're truly, truly passionate about. And there was a variety that I saw, from one that talked about the children in Russia who are gay and lesbian and have to go underground, and how there is an organization to support them and help them, and what those people and those kids go through in terms of bullying, to one called Meet the Patels, which was all about this guy who had to find an Indian wife and how his family handled it. It was very funny. And the entire family got up on stage afterwards, including the parents, and just the shower of love and wisdom and acceptance. Again, being East Indian and yet living in an American culture. And then there was one called the Starfish Throwers. And I would say that would be the one that impacted me the most. It highlighted 3 people who brought together love and food and feeding the homeless. And one man was a Brahmin in India, whose parents actually took him to a psychiatrist because he thought he was crazy for leaving his high-paying job to go and feed the homeless on the streets. And another one was a man who, in Indianapolis, for 40 years, every single night, had not missed a night, fed the homeless, gave them cheese and bologna sandwiches, socks, hats, mitts, out on the street, until he had prostate cancer, and then someone took over for him for a week, and then he escaped out of the hospital and got back in his car and started delivering sandwiches again. His home filled with fridges that are filled with cheese and bologna sandwiches, all dated, so he rotates them all, fills up his van every night and just rides the streets. Incredible, remarkable people. And then the third one was a 13-year-old girl who was given a cabbage seed. All the kids in her class were given cabbage seeds. She took hers home, planted it. It grew to 40 pounds. She was the only kid who had a cabbage, and decided to chop it up and start making things and feeding people. And her school actually ended up creating a garden for her, and it was called Katie's Garden. And at the age of 16, she has 90 gardens called Katie's Gardens across the states where they feed the homeless. They grow vegetables and fruit and feed the homeless. And she won the Bill Clinton's Service Award one year. Remarkable, remarkable people. By the end, I'm doing the ugly cry. I'm bawling. It's like they're just such amazing people. This man in India now has a foundation and a home where he's brought 400 people off the streets, and shows them, bathing them and giving the man a shave and feeding him. And these are people that are destined to live the rest of their lives on the street. And this one man is making a difference in the lives of so many. This one man in Indianapolis is making a difference in the lives of so many. This one young girl from planting a cabbage is making a difference in the lives of so many. She said, I decided I liked growing vegetables. She really loves it. And it's like, what do you do it? And somehow know that you can serve humanity. You can serve and give back. And I'm so passionate about this community coming together also. And how do we serve our greater community? What can we do to give back? We are so blessed, we are so abundant, and we have so many choices. And I would say my call to action to you today is to think about how can we come together as a community and serve our greater community. Because there are people that need to be fed in this city. There are people that need clothing. There are people that need education. There are people that just need someone to give them a hug or look them in the eyes and say hello and bless you. And we each have that power to do. And so I want to leave you with the poem about the starfish throwers. But before I do that, Ernest Holmes says, man has the ability to choose what he will do with his life. Which automatically produces his choice. Man, that's us, women, men, children, everyone. I'll say we all have the ability to choose what we will do with, I'm going to say, our life, and is unified with a law that automatically produces our choice. So whatever we choose, it is done. We put that into the law, it is done. It is done. And we need to know that. We need to have faith in it. We need to trust that. And then we need to get off our butts and do something about it. And so, if you have difficulty knowing that for yourself, that's where you come and see a practitioner, because we will know that for you, absolutely and unconditionally. So, this is why the movie was called The Starfish Throwers. One day, a man was walking along a beach when he noticed a little girl picking something up and gently throwing it back into the ocean. Approaching the little girl, he asked, "What are you doing?" She replied, "Throwing starfish back into the ocean. The surf is up, and the tide is going out, and if I don't throw them back, they'll die." "Little girl," the man said, "don't you realize there are miles and miles of beach and hundreds of starfish? You can't make a difference." After listening politely, the girl bent down, picked up another starfish, threw it back into the surf, and then, smiling at the man, she said, "I made a difference for that one." And that's what we can all do, is make a difference for one person, and that will make a difference in the world. So, go out there, make a difference, and also let us come together as a community and make a difference. Many blessings. Namaste. Okay, and here's how you can make a difference. Speaking of that, it is time for our offering to the center. Our center gratefully thanks you for what you can give back to us to keep this center going, to get out into the community, and to continue making a difference in your life and in the lives of others. So thank you for your blessing today. And if we look on the back of our songbook, we have the Divine Givingness Blessing, and I'm going to invite us to read it out loud together. I know that God is the source of all supply, and that money is God in action. I know that my good is here now. I claim an abundance of money to spare and share. I know that truth and prosperity includes perfect health, perfect wealth, and perfect happiness. I bless all that I have now, and I bless the increase. I give thanks for this good. I know that my gift today goes forward to heal and bless. I joyously contribute to the vision of this spiritual center and know that it returns to me multiplied abundantly. multiplied abundantly. Yes, thank you. And we are going to sing My Good, which is number 32 in your songbook. And if you'd like to stand up and sing and dance at the same time. And
Here we go. My good is my God is my good. All the good there is belongs to me. My good is my God is my good. All the good I seek belongs to me. That's my truth with a capital T. It's all about living free. My good is my God. My God is my good. I have all I ever need. My good is my God. My joy is my God is my joy. All the joy there is belongs to me. My joy is my God is my joy. All the joy I seek belongs to me. That's my truth with a capital T. It's all about living free. My good is my God. My God is my good. I have all I ever need. My good is my God. 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 My good is my God.
come on up here, Mary Ellen.
All right. My good is my God, and my God is my good. And if you join with me, just in consciousness, holding the truth that my God is my good, and my good is my God. There is goodness and abundance and vibrancy in the joy of giving, the joy of releasing, the joy of surrendering. But taking this bounty, abundance is overflowing, not just in the baskets, but in our hearts and in our lives, right here and now. We celebrate that. This is a community of giving. The baskets are overflowing. Here, there, Guatemala, globally. Our lives are rich. Our lives are good. Our lives are God. It is in this knowingness and this willingness to accept the goodness as ours, right here and now in this present moment. I release these words to law, knowing it is done and complete, and change is good. The visible and the invisible that is here and to benefit the world, to do its goodness. I invite you to join me in saying, and so it is.
So it is.
Thank you, Mary Ellen. Okay. Do I do thank yous now, or do we? I do thank yous now. All right. I have a few people to thank this morning. First of all, I would like to thank Judy and Linda, our board members on duty. Thank you so much, ladies. Bless them. Set up this morning. Thank you, Lori and Toby. You guys did a great job. Thank you. Our greeter was Patricia. Thank you very much. In the bookstore, we have Nick. In the sound booth, making everything sound great, is Carrie. We have Tony on camera today. Thank you so much, Tony. Tony. Tony's also been receiving so many texts and emails from Jonathan while he's, since 9 o'clock this morning.
Sent text saying he's going to work on getting you a telephone.
Oh, good. Yay! Thank you, Jonathan. And with our kids today, do we have any kids today? No kids today? Okay, well, Mahala was here, but no kids today. And our practitioner today, oh, bless you. Thank you. It's always so good to see you, because I don't get to see you very often. Thank you for being here. Mary Ellen Cassie. Thank you. And, of course, a big hearty thank you to our Queen Street Band. Thank you. And a big thank you to all of you for being here today. Many, many blessings to you, and go out and be all that you are already, because you already are it. So thank you. And thank you to all of you online for watching as well.
And thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
I Surrender is on page 1 of your books. Surrender. I trust and I know that as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love.
And recognize right here, right now, in this moment, that as I surrender, I accept, I embrace, and I go within to that divine spirit within. I know that I am accepting and embracing and surrendering into the arms of God that is everywhere present. It is God expressing life. It is God expressing beauty and truth and goodness and grace. It is God that brings us all together here this morning. It is this divine presence that is always, always within. And in this moment, I give thanks for each and every person here today, for this beautiful community that is evolving, expanding, growing, changing, and serving. For these teachings, for our reverend, for all of our participants this morning. I give thanks, knowing that in each and every moment, as we accept and embrace, that God is always expressing and ever so gently nudging us to step in to being the peace, the joy, the beauty, the abundance, the love, to evolve and grow and expand in consciousness, to serve this world, to serve one person and make a difference in their life. As I breathe in, and feel the presence, the power of the divine light within and around, I trust and know that all is well. All is in divine order. And life unfolds perfectly. And so I now release my word to that law, the law that does make our choices our reality. So it is done. I release and let go, and together we say, and so it is.
I surrender. I trust and I know that as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love.
Let's do that again.
I surrender. I trust and I know that as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. I fall into the arms of
And our final song is Watch River Run. It's number 2 in your songbook. If you'd like to all stand up. Number 2.
27.
27?
Oh, your page probably got the 7 cut off.
It did.
Yeah.
Number 27. Were you all looking at number 2 and going, what the heck is she talking about?
Watching the river run.
If you've been thinking you're all that you've got, then don't feel alone anymore. 'Cause when we're together, then you've got a lot. 'Cause I am the river and you are the shore. And it goes on and on, watching the river run. Further and further from things that we've done, leaving them one by one, and we have just begun. Watching the river run, listening and learning and yearning to run, river, run. Winding and swirling and dancing along, we pass by the old willow tree, where old friends embrace as we sing them our song, rejoicing together as we greet the sea. And it goes on and on, watching the river run. Further and further from things that we've done, leaving them one by one, and we have just begun.
Have a great week.